Hi everyone, I'm John Fenzel. We're here in Winter Harbor, Maine, and as you just saw, we installed 5 new hives. You know, I was 13 the first time I opened a hive. 2 colonies stood at the edge of our yard near the cornfields, and back then, beekeeping was simple. You give them shelter, you stay out of the way, and the bees did the rest. There weren't any treatments, any supplements. They didn't really need much. I thought I was learning about bees, but what I was really learning about was how to be still, how to pay attention, how to do something without really expecting an immediate result. Those hives didn't just teach me, they shaped me. A lot's changed. Bees used to manage on their own, now they can't. Parasites, viruses, and pesticides have weakened them. Their immune systems falter, hives collapse. Keeping bees today means feeding them when flowers disappear, treating them for mites, watching even your strongest colonies vanish overnight. So it's more a rescue mission sometimes than partnership. You can do everything right and sometimes they die anyway. Still, you're a beekeeper, you keep bees, you start again. Worker bee lives just a few weeks. In that time, she nurses the young, she builds comb, guards the entrance, and gathers pollen until her wings wear out. Most die in the field too far from home. They never see the full shape of what they've helped build, but they give everything they have regardless. It's a devotion rarely seen in human life and never sustained for long, but in the hive, it's the only way that anything survives. In a hive, no one asks what their purpose is. The bees just know. One tends the brood, another stands guard, another flies. There aren't any speeches, there's no grumbling, just work. Each bee is born into a role. She takes it, she does it well, and she passes it on, not because she has to, but because that's how the hive survives. The hive doesn't need direction. It needs space and protection and just enough help to withstand what the world throws at it. Mostly, I try to stay out of their way. The bees already know how to be what they are. My job is just to give them a chance to do it. Hives abscond, colonies collapse, sometimes without warning, sometimes despite everything that you did right. You clean the frames, you scrape the wax, and you begin again. You feel the full weight of it, and still, you lift the lid and you start over. It doesn't get any easier, but you just keep going, not out of optimism, but out of respect. Last year, we lost all of our hives. The mites were bad, the pesticides were worse, a long, cold winter finished the rest. So this year, we're rebuilding. People ask me, why bother? Why start over? Because bees show me what it means to have purpose, because they live short lives with absolute clarity, because they build something fragile and they build it anyway. Because they never ask for anything and give everything that they have in return. Because they don't speak, at least not in the traditional sense, but they've taught me more than most people ever have. And that's enough. That's why I keep bees.